Yeah, let's talk about Grounded 2.
Yeah.
Because we played it Grounded 1, just known as Grounded.
Played it well, too.
Yeah. I think I put that one up there as one of my favorite survival games. I think because it won the way it looks. It looks like a Pixar movie. Mm-hmm. Beautiful game. Mm-hmm. 2, it had so many quality of life features that I was always like, I wish so many more survival games had this. The ability to organize your inventory and walk into your base, hit a button, and all the stuff from your inventory just sucked out right immediately and went into the boxes that it was supposed to go.
Perfect.
Like, oh, God, they all need this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're working on a bench, as long as it's close to a box with the stuff in it,
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it should be an option in every single game. And yes, there will be those weirdos, those wackadoos that want to, no, I want to do it myself. Fine.
Yeah, I want to pull it out, and I want to have the stuff on me. And do it. And with games that have like a weight mechanic, maybe. Like something like The Long Dark, like that has a weight mechanic built in where like you have to have the stuff on you because of that. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, just those quality of life features. After playing Grounded, it kind of ruined a lot of other survival games for me.
Or hopefully inspired future ones.
Yeah, but even like 7 Days, as much we've said many times, 7 Days is it's probably the best survival game in our opinion.
Still, in my opinion, it is. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's I hate its inventory management system now because I got spoiled by Grounded.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Sunken Land has something you can build that manages your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
It does. I haven't built it yet, but I did see that. I think it's called an inventory bot.
Uh-huh.
All right.
But yeah, I guess
That's
you
cool.
come into your base and just throw all the stuff in the inventory bot. And I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah, I'm
But
curious.
Sunken Land's been a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later. But Grounded 2.
The big things, obviously, are the scale of the new one.
Right.
Yeah.
And the location.
Well, they're saying that, the starting area is as big as the entire last map. The entire,
Right. It's supposedly like a 3 times as big map.
Yeah.
So huge map, which makes
And the map this
sense.
time is a community park.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's been abandoned.
Something happened.
Yep.
There's an explosion or something.
I guess
Yep.
something happened today.
Same 4 annoying-ass characters.
Yeah, because we've grown to love them so much. We
Yep.
care so much about their
And they're
personalities.
just a little bit older, so they're even more, like, dickish, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's one thing in the first one. I was like, oh, they could have backed off on that. Like the amount that, I mean, we turned it off for our series, but the amount those characters talk. Like, hey, Pete. Like, oh, my God. Why in the world?
If you're playing by yourself, maybe you don't
If
mind
you're playing
so
by
much.
yourself, sure, but
It'd still annoy the shit out of me, I guarantee it.
even playing in a group, it's like you don't want these characters talking to each other all the time.
Yeah.
In a cutscene, maybe.
Yeah.
But out in the world, turn that off.
But then the other big thing is mounts.
Mounts.
That's the biggest.
And the mounts have special skills.
Yep. Launching with 2 mounts. We're a orb weaver spider and ants.
Yeah. And
For
the
the
ants
beginning.
look like maybe they're good for building.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can haul a lot of grass. They can chop down grass easily. So if you're building a base, you might
Yeah.
want an ant.
And
Yeah.
orb weaver spiders can, well, obviously a fight, but they can scream.
Yep.
Because
Boo.
spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
boo, I'm a spider.
Scare things. Stun them. There was a web in the footage we saw. There was a web bridge.
Yeah.
I don't know if the spider made that or if that was just something a part of the map.
I hope the spider made.
I hope
that'd be
so,
a cool. That'd be a cool ability for the spider. Like, okay, if we all go out and we have a spider, it's like you see something over there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, instead of going down, no, let's just make a bridge in between that.
Yeah, because you're
From one
not
thing to
just
another.
shooting them. From what it looked like in the video, when you're riding them, you're using that web as a weapon.
Because they said they're not launching with
Zip lines.
off the bat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No zip lines.
They said they were going to hold the zip lines back because they wanted people to use the mounts and like see how they use the mounts for travel, things like that.
And then
Yeah.
add them in depending on if
Sure.
they
Yeah.
are needed
Sure.
or whatever.
And late game, that'd be a fun, if it happened to be that kind of a thing, it'd be a nice like reward for getting that far and then.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we didn't unlock zip lines until well into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we did, it was great because now we can build this quick transpo from here to here.
Yeah.
and just get you around the map a whole lot easier.
I
And
really enjoyed it.
Can your mount use the zip line?
That'd be crazy.
I mean,
A
it'd be
little bug-
helpful. You want your mount with you.
right.
So,
Or does it make you have multiple mounts in different places?
It's
just
true,
so you
yeah.
can,
So yeah, you got bases all over the place. I'm really hoping, and this would be late game. I want a flying mount. I want that
Oh,
bee,
yeah.
or if not flying, at least like something that can jump and go a good ways across the map.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, a grasshopper or something.
I don't know why they wouldn't want to give you bees.
I mean, early, I can see why they wouldn't want to early.
Not early, right? But eventually,
late game, why not?
yeah.
Picture this: the spider can shoot like a temporary zip line out its butt,
Yeah.
certain distance. But yeah, you could get to a spot you couldn't reach,
Little zip
or
spider?
one of your other people could. That'd be neat.
I didn't see any spiders climbing walls in any
I didn't either.
footage.
'Cause
Or
that would-
ants or anything.
Yeah.
Man, I felt like I should have taken notes because I felt like there were another couple of other things that I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty different. But
New bugs like cockroach.
yes,
Cockroach?
that actually, yeah, that was one of them. Cockroach.
I saw mantis. I know there was a mantis as a boss in the last game, but I don't think they were just out in the world.
Scorpion.
Scorpions, yeah.
They have a cold biome.
Yeah, the ice cream truck.
Ice cream
That
cart.
looks pretty cool.
That
fell over.
annoyed me.
Which
Why?
part?
Why?
Oh, how it's still.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like, okay, it would just melt?
Yeah. It's just so you can't have a forever ice cream been spilled over a
No, you
place
can't. You're right.
outside.
It's a
They
video
did
game.
just-
It's about kids
Oh,
being shrunk.
I
Eh.
know,
Wow.
but do you-
Wow,
Do
Simon.
you hear?
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, you
Bah
right away
humbug.
agreed with me.
I'm-
It is
I'm
kind
kidding.
of.
I get it.
It's
one
a
of
little
those-
nitpicky.
It doesn't make
but
sense if you're going to
it's
compare it
odd.
to real life.
But
yeah.
then again, you're shrunken kids.
Now, if it
so-
was like in the freezer of the ice
Of
cream, yeah,
course.
maybe something like that would work. But I mean, this is an overturned ice cream truck that we're going to assume is going to be sitting in this park for days.
Right, yeah, if it's been spilled over, I'm going to ignore the fact that it's not really going to be running a week later because the Freon's leaked.
This is the first thing I didn't even think about, but even in the first ground, and this one makes more sense, especially around like the cart or whatever. But just the common housefly. Where are they at?
Yep.
They're pretty common in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah, they had gnats in the first one.
Yeah,
But no.
Yeah, little
like
building
fly.
gnats.
because a housefly would be a pretty horrifying.
It'd be fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would.
That'd be the mount I would want.
Love
Oh,
to
God,
see him,
housefly.
licking his, the
Be a great
animation
one. Or
of
dragonfly.
Throwing up and eating it.
Yeah. This is an ad by BetterHelp. And ever since I was a kid, you'd always hear, like, especially for guys, like, talking to people about your feelings was not encouraged. And even today, there's a stigma surrounding talking about your feelings with men. And there's no reason to feel that way. I was lucky. I didn't worry about the stigma, honestly, because for me and for a lot of people, that's less important. But for some of you that the stigma is important, forget about it. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, except for BetterHelp is definitely an option for you. And they've got over 35,000 therapists, and they're the world's largest online therapy platform. And it works. They have an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars with over 1.7 million reviews. So whether you're a guy who is worried about the stigma or just somebody who's looking to find a therapist and looking for an easy way to start with the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. So talk it out with BetterHelp, and our community gets 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Neebs. That's better, HELP.com/Neebs.
They did add to some of the combat, like a dash move.
For
Which-
both.
Insects, yeah.
I don't like the insects having that.
But that'll be fun to be able to block and then strike and then dash back.
So because my least favorite part of Grounded, and it's gonna likely be in this too. It looks like I hate the spicy shit. I hate the different categories of your weapons. Like I just want my weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah,
this thing
and I love
reacts.
it. Like, we're two different gamers on
Yeah.
that. I'm like, ooh, I want to make this weapon that
Yeah.
has spice on it, and
Yeah.
it's really good
And
against
it's gonna
this
be
type of
shit
creature.
against that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does suck that you can't just use that for everything.
I want to.
Yeah, I get it in that regard. It's like, okay, well, shit. Do I have to go out and now my inventory slot? I have to have 10 weapons just in case I come across these,
Yeah.
10 different type of enemies.
Yeah.
I get it on that level of annoyance.
It adds longevity to the whole process of the game.
It's practically having 10 different tables. Like
but I enjoyed it in
workbenches.
multiplayer where it's like one of us could become you're the best fighter
Yeah.
against X type of bug.
We played it well.
It's like, oh, we're going to fight termites. It's like, oh, hey, you have that weapon. You're gonna be the tank in this mission.
And all I'm saying, that's the only thing that was just my least favorite thing. And it's not
Yeah.
a big deal.
Fair enough.
It's a wonderful game. Our Grounded was anyway, and this one looks like the same game.
Yeah. Looks like they're doubling down too on like how you build your character strength. I don't know if it's through clothing or it was upgrades, wasn't it? Like your sneak ability, you could like put points into that.
Are you talking about, like mutations?
Mutations.
The mutations, yeah.
Active and passive mutations.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the one guy was talking about like a really, sneaky build.
Stealth
where you
build.
could, stealth build, sneak
Yeah.
up behind things and do a rear attack, get higher damage. And
Yeah.
Which is cool. I appreciate that. It's like, okay, I can kind of build this character I want. It's going to be weak in certain aspects, but really strong in others.
which is pretty common in games, but it wasn't.
Yeah, super.
That wasn't available in the first one, right?
Not really. I mean, you had certain mutations that were beneficial to turn on, and like if you were, the longer you survived out in the sandbox or the desert, you would eventually earn that mutation of like, oh, I can survive in the heat a little longer.
That's right.
So when you went to the desert, you turned that mutation on.
Yeah.
You did that through the menus. But yeah, I'm curious to see how the new system works.
The building was always great.
Fantastic building.
Great building system.
Yeah. Worked. Good God. I mean, after playing an Ark, the Ark Ascended is a whole lot better than Ark Survival Evolved.
Yeah.
But God, after coming from that, yeah, the building and Grounded, it's wonderful. It's snappy. The game kind of like knows what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, Ark sometimes I put down a wall. I'm like, that wall's not the right fucking way it's supposed to be.
Fuck that. Yep.
So yeah, wonderful building system. And God, it comes out the end of July?
The
It's like
beginnings
right
of
around
it.
right around the damn corner.
Unfinished game, and they'll be making it along with everyone who plays it.
Yep. Early access. So that's the thing. When that game comes out, it will be early access.
Which is fine because it'll probably be mostly playable.
Yeah, I imagine we'll jump in. Like, that's the thing. If we do a series, I wonder if we should wait for several updates before.
Or
we
for
even
you to
come-
beat it first.
or for me to beat it first, because I will beat it. I'm gonna play the fuck out of it.
Enjoy it with us. Let us
Yeah,
be
no,
the
I would like
friends you
to.
enjoy
I'm
it
just,
with.
I'm one. You know, it's one of those worries of like, okay, you start a series, and we run up to
Hit a
where the
wall.
content's, we hit that wall. Like, okay, the content that's available is out, it's done, and then if they do some sort of upgrade or change, well, now one, everything's different. Two, there's always the potential that your map gets wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you always like, oh fuck.
Did that ever happen last time?
No, because we didn't start playing it until well into the game development.
Yeah.
And even now with like 7 days, we can't switch to 2.0, can we?
And we could talk about that in this one as well, if you're down for that. After playing some 2.0.
Yeah, I played a little bit last night.
Yeah. Anything feel different to you off the bat in the little bit you played?
I didn't play enough that it did, no. I
Yeah.
did find out that apparently I couldn't see that, like, abominable, whatever that snow thing was until I was, like, level 40. And it's not...
Really?
They don't, like, start spawning in until... At least that's
Oh.
what I had
Oh, were you flying around?
uncovered. No, I was playing, but I had, before I jumped in, I was like, that was one of my goals. I wanted to go and I just wanted to, like, see
see
if
one.
I
You
could
just wanna
get
see the
one,
monkeys.
see one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Somebody said it. It was AI. Wonder
So-
if they were right.
Who knows? I mean, I guess that's kind of true to some types of zombies, right? Like the bomb zombies don't show up.
I
Until a
guess.
certain level, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is smart. You know, hey, you don't want to introduce too much crazy shit to the player early on.
I fought just this morning because I'm in the burnt forest biome now.
Were you able to unlock the whole biome
Yeah.
restrictions? Okay, yeah, because that's I was looking for
It's
that too.
pretty
and I
easy.
didn't-
It's pretty easy to do once you've got some stuff to make the first smoothie you need to survive a little longer. And,
Oh, I was talking about in the settings. I thought you were able to shut it off.
oh no, I wanted to see what that was all
Yeah.
about.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
that was one of their big additions. And this morning also, I got caught in my first storm. One of
Oh.
those the severe storms.
How are those?
It's fine. I went into like a crypt that was by a graveyard and holed up for a little bit.
Okay, so you have to get out of the
and
open
you,
environment.
You can build like you could, if you don't have a shelter to go to, you could build like a little couple of those building blocks. As long as there's a block above you
Okay.
and you're surrounded like on three
Like a temporary
sides.
shelter.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like in Conan, it's like when the sandstorm came
Yep,
along, you
it's
had to
that.
get cover somewhere.
It's one
It's
of
not
those.
something I would have asked for.
No,
Like in Conan, you're like, just make the mask and make it go away. You know?
Right, yeah, it's a nuisance.
It's something I think I would enjoy. I don't know if I would enjoy it long term, but I do like that element of survival. It's like, I guess it reminds me of something like Long Dark, when a blizzard comes along.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit, this is dangerous.
you can get
I
immersed
like-
in it.
Yeah, I like the immersion. I like
Yeah.
that sense of danger. I like having to kind of think on my feet and go, oh fuck, I gotta build a temporary shelter or I gotta
Yeah.
do something.
I
So maybe-
enjoyed it.
maybe if you're like in a city and a storm comes along, you're planning on going home, but then you're like, well, I can't stay out here, so maybe I'll clear this POI.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that would force you to do something you wouldn't have done otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got an excuse
Right, and then
to-
imagine you're in a shit ton of trouble. You get chased out of that POI. There's a sandstorm or the storm's still going
You
on.
can't
It's
go
fun.
outside.
Right, yeah, you can't
Okay.
go
It's,
anywhere.
it's you know.
In that
I
case,
like-
that'd be fun.
I like that
Yeah.
element of danger. So explain the biome thing to me
So-
a little bit more, because I'm not 100% on that.
The one other feature I was going to add about that storm coming, like all the particle effects of the ashes and the red
Fire and all that?
that was pretty neat to look at. So that was fun.
Okay.
I also killed
Like
my
embers.
first plague spitters this
Plague?
morning.
Plague spitter?
I say the word
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, plague. Okay.
But the ones out in the desert, they
Oh,
They're
no,
new too?
don't they spit bees and
yeah,
shit?
they can if they see you, they kind of react and they'll send
you-
like a.
Can you fight the bees?
You
or whatever?
can you melee them.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
and
so
a
dumb.
big a little
Just a
swarm,
big cloud of
pile and
bees coming at you.
one hit and
hit it with a club.
You
Yeah.
have to carry a tennis racket. So
Yeah,
you can.
but they look cool. So the biome thing, every biome I think has got 5 or 6 things you have to do before you can survive in the biome without just constantly taking damage. Any of those biomes, like the desert's too hot, too smoky, and the burning forest, and all that shit. When you go in, like you start coughing in the burnt forest, for example, and then you're fine and not taking damage for a few minutes, and then it's like too much for your lungs or whatever, and then your health slowly starts going down.
Gotcha. So when you first start playing the game, you're locked pretty much into the green biome.
Yep.
And then you can't go into the other ones unless you
Yeah,
make a certain...
Make a smoothie, one of those smoothies that you, a burnt smoothie, go figure.
But
so
and
they call it.
wait, after that, do you have to keep making the smoothies? Or
Until you do the 5 things for that biome's checklist for
Okay.
you to get your badge.
So at that point, your body you just breathe in smoke and you're fine with it.
Yes, you're like
yeah, once you make this
they don't affect you.
smoothie, now I
Yeah.
can breathe in all
free
the
roam
smoke
without
I
worrying
want.
about dying. So that was a big decision for them to do. And again,
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I thought there was a timer, so everyone had a certain amount of time when you first went into your
Until you
biome.
start getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have that little bit of a grace period.
Yep.
And then
And
when
you
you're
could
in
walk
there,
out
right,
and reset
you walk
it.
out, reset it, so you're able to see the things you got to do, run in, out, in, out, in, out, and just do
Yeah,
all
that's at
these
first
things.
before you can get your badges or make.
Yeah, once you get your badge, you're good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
And so it's like you have to, like for each biome, you have to harvest something in particular. Like it was mushrooms in the burnt forest. It was aloe in
In the desert.
In the
so,
desert.
So you have to
Right.
run into those biomes, collect these
get
items,
those things to
and then
knock
run
that
out.
one off.
Okay.
Then you have to like pickaxe something in particular in the burnt forest. It was fuck. It might have been the what you make
Like
ammo out
coal
of.
or some shit.
The what you make.
Oh, that nitrate powder.
Yeah, I think it was
whatever?
nitrate powder or whatever. So you get enough of that, check that one off. Make the smoothie for the biome, check that one off. Or kill a certain amount of the biome specific new things,
Right.
like the plague, the spitter, whatever. The burning, what do we call them?
The Ashleys?
Ashleys in the burn forest.
Right.
Then you just have to, other than those things, just be in the biome itself a certain amount of time. And that looks like it goes up about 5 minutes each additional
interesting.
biome,
Okay.
from like 10 minutes to 15 to 20 to 30.
Did you see a Yeti?
No, I didn't get to the snow biome yet.
So you made it into the ash and then to the desert.
And
a
now
little
I'm
bit?
just starting to tap into the desert and do those things.
And maybe that's not the case with the Yeti. You already saw the other cool one that spits.
Yeah, and I'll see the
new one.
Yeti when I get there. I'm kind of doing the process that they have intended now, as far as how you bounce around. And I guess when you go back to previous biomes, like you can get better stuff. I don't know. I'll see. But it's the same game with those couple of details,
Just little tweaks.
and not. I don't think worth us jumping out of our existing.
Yeah, that was a debate around the office. It's like,
Right.
okay, we have a map right now that's in 1.0. We can't
Yeah.
switch to the new one without completely starting that map over.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't seem worth it.
It doesn't. We should jump into another modded thing on the next one, or a competition.
Darkness Falls again, baby.
Another
Darkness
competition in
Falls.
between would be nice.
Yeah. Actually, competition, and then Darkness Falls, and then by then 2.0.
Oh, and that was the other thing they added. A lot of the things that were Darkness Falls, those that Homeboy put in. What's his name again? We haven't
Kane?
Yeah, we haven't dealt with him in a long
Kane.
time. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kane. Love you. A lot of those color-coded
Zombies?
later game zombies. So obviously you got the greenies, and then a lot of the same ones like happened in Darkness Falls that indicate different levels of, like there's blue ones and purpley ones and red ones.
Yeah.
And that's an easy way for them to add a different,
Yeah, it's like,
fucking
all right,
change your
it's
color
that,
a
it's
little
that
bit.
type of zombie. It's like, oh, God, that's a purple zombie. That
Yeah.
one's tough.
Right. And it's just purple.
Yeah. Other than that, same game, good game. Always keeps me happy.
Yeah. Man, I hope one day the update I'm hoping for is like a texture update. It's like, the textures that exist in the game, I want 50 more of them. For like either making POIs or making, your houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, they could use some more.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of fucking shapes.
Just upgrade the paint options.
Yeah.
Yeah, the painting options. It's like there's only, two and a half pages of painting options?
Yeah.
Or
It's
if
like,
some of the paint would actually do something to you. Like there's some colors you use, you put on your armor or whatever you're wearing, and it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work on the armor still.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not there yet. Yeah, I think that's the biggest. Like that's one of the things I'm most excited about for them to update eventually.
Yeah.
More customization when it comes to armors,
Yeah.
or even some POI packs or something. It's like, oh hey, here's 50 new POIs in this. Like hell yeah,
They
that's
can't
what I
make
want.
enough to keep us satisfied. It's just one of those games.
I mean, there's so many already, but
are.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's like in the modding community, they've made some wonderful POIs. But
Well, there's supposed to be in 2.0 a lot more POIs as well.
I know they've added some. Yes.
I mean, I thought it was a lot.
Did you
but I
hear
don't know,
that they
maybe-
can crawl through spaces differently now?
Yes.
That's a thing.
I heard that from Simon.
Yes. It's half a block.
Half a block kind of
Or
a thing. that they
a
can-
1 block or less than 1 block, because you could put like a partial
Yeah.
block, I guess, in there, and they could still squeeze.
And did you hear about the new spawning system they do with them? As long as there's a 1 block area anywhere where you're at, they can potentially spawn somewhere like that you wouldn't expect them at all. I think it helps with how the game runs.
I mean, I would be surprised anyways. I don't know if that's necessary.
Right. But you could be up
Right.
on a building that you thought you cleared, like on a rooftop, and
And then there's one next
one
to
will
you.
just like spawn in the closet behind
potentially, yeah. I know.
It'd be better if they just spawned when you got there. And
I mean, I would
that's
love
it.
that too. I
you.
guess
Yeah.
it
I
was,
think that's what slows it down.
yeah.
A lot of the times,
I
it's
think
like,
so
oh, yeah,
too.
all these zombies spawn in here at the same time. It's like, yeah, maybe on our high-end PCs, we would never
Right.
experience that, but on the consoles, it might just really bog it down.
Yep. Look how much we know about these games, guys. I'm really
I
impressed
feel
with.
this is the most gaming we've talked on this gaming podcast in forever. How many minutes in are
proud
we?
of us.
And we haven't talked about fucking food
That's right.
yet.
We've
I'm
never
blown away.
advertised that this was a gaming podcast.
But usually we go
Just
Grounded
the
2.
talk.
They got bugs.
Yeah.
What'd you do last
What'd
weekend?
you eat this weekend?
I know. I'm so impressed.
We spent more time talking about 7 Days to Die 2.0 than Grounded.
Well,
probably.
I'd say about
Yeah.
equal right now.
I think we were pretty efficient laying out everything Grounded had to offer.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. It's very
And we
good.
got some hands-on 2.0, so I think we did some good coverage here, guys.
That's right.
Did our
Damn
job.
straight.
We got the scoop on that, didn't we?
So who jumped in? Who jumped in early? I didn't jump in early, but
No, I didn't. I haven't jumped in at all.
so
What?
Neebs, did you
The
jump in
7
at the
2.0,
early
yeah, okay.
access?
No, I've been looking at some other games. Like I played, I did some research on Jump Ship a little bit,
Yeah.
and then we got a Jump Ship coming out on the dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun game. It's still it's the demo,
Yep.
but really like it.
Yeah, a lot of potential
Yeah.
there.
And then like Simon and I have both been wanting to play Construction Simulator for a while, and I've been playing the prologue, whatever,
Yeah.
and still haven't got through it. Like it's long,
But
How
do you enjoy
long?
it?
a little.
Yeah.
And that's
No.
not good. You should
Yeah,
be. You should
'cause
be
I'm
able
like,
to
man,
say
I don't
like,
know if
man,
I
I'm really,
enjoy this
I'm really
enough
loving
to-
this.
Yeah.
Really?
Because I like it a little bit, but I was like,
What
I was
if other
hoping we
peop-
could just because you can't play multiplayer or co-op until you get through
do.
it. And I'm like, good God, it's still going. So now I'm just like,
That's
I don't
annoying.
Now, you doing it with other people, though, could make all the difference in the world.
know. It would be fun, but it's wearing me out. and I wanted to get to it.
That's not the feeling you want when you're like
How long
playing
have
a
you
new
been playing
game.
it?
I got it like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours into it.
Right. Okay.
You're still in the prologue.
Still
yeah,
on it.
that's unacceptable.
Because you got to drive across town, pick up your stuff, drive back, do some stuff.
I wonder if you got through it, if we could join your game and not have to do it.
No, I'm
but
pretty sure you can, but at this point, I'm more out.
You're
I don't
done.
know if I want
Poor
to now.
guy.
Right.
I jumped in. Well, we've recorded a mini series that I'm editing right now. That is not coming out on the channel yet, but it's Drive Beyond Horizons.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped into that a little bit because I wanted to tinker with some difficulty settings. And if we play through that again, I think I found like I want to play on hard mode because the POIs are so much further distance between each other, and there's less stuff at them, and food and water get more scarce, and there's more zombies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like playing it that way at the house. I was like, this is a little bit more challenging, and it makes it a little bit more fun.
Okay.
That game is, even whatever mode we were in, was still a challenge and a lot of fun
Yes.
for how simple of a game that was.
Yeah, I'm excited about the series coming out. I don't know when it's going to drop. We got so much coming out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're collecting stuff on the back.
Again, it's like little things. One example in that is you'd enjoy building the cars, Simon. I think anyone would. All the pieces you have to put together, and hopefully you kind of hodgepodge a vehicle together in a lot of ways.
You could throw a giant truck door on a little tiny,
Yeah.
you know.
So,
Oh, what
vehicle.
you're talking about that one? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I didn't play it. Right.
but like down the road, getting all this shit, you've got your crazy looking piece of whatever going out,
jalopy.
All different colors.
carrying whatever you can possibly drag along and throw in the vehicle on top, whatever you can do.
Right.
And then you come across a sponge and a scrub brush somewhere, and then you start wiping your vehicle. You're like, oh,
It starts looking beautiful.
Yeah.
it makes you
Yeah.
so happy to make
Because
it all
it's-
shimmery.
it's clean, even
Yeah,
though it's a
you clean
hodgepodge of crazy shit. It's clean.
Once you like polish it and scrub it, yeah.
You can like,
Okay.
because it gets dirtier as you drive.
Gotcha. So it makes you feel better to
Oh,
see. It
it's
just
just-
doesn't make it look better, like look nice. It
Yeah.
just makes
It
it,
looks
look
nice.
clean.
You can make it
though.
look nice.
It looks beautiful.
Like back to original
you-
paint job beauty.
Okay, but
Yeah,
this
it's
is
fun.
okay. All
No,
right.
every part of your car, like your hood, your trunk, your doors, might all be different colors because you just
And
found
you
them.
don't even
Right,
know.
but they all look
They
new.
shine.
You're like, oh, you're scrubbing the door. You're like, holy shit, this door's purple.
I didn't even know it was a door.
So like little
Sure.
things like that. That was a great detail. in
It's,
that.
I would play that game by myself. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I would like to
And
play it
get
again,
into
and we'll
it.
get Simon involved next time.
God, we could make that some type of a competition. I know it.
Oh, yes. I think we could. Like, that's an idea. We can put it on an easier mode, and like, okay, there's 2 teams.
Yeah.
We would need 2 cars out of the gate, which would
say
be...
if we made that happen and they were pretty much even, because we could go ahead a little bit just to make sure we could have that happen.
That's true. We could, yeah, we could play.
Start relatively the same build of a car, just kind of like even keel.
Man, what
start.
if you could spawn stuff? Yeah, what if you could get in? It's like, okay, we can spawn in the vehicle.
Just a basic.
We all have the
hardly run
exact
car.
same starter
Yeah,
car.
exactly.
Because you're always having to keep an eye on your car.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what's the quality of my tires? They're very worn. This is gonna blow if I don't replace it.
Right.
And you got to
That-
carry extras. And
Do you sometimes like? Can you get more life out of a tire than you thought you could?
Well,
like in
try.
real life.
one strategy is like, let's just wait till it blows.
yeah, let's ride until it pops. That way you get the max amount out
But
of
if
it.
you're
Right.
like really flying,
Yeah,
you
of course,
could really
damage.
wreck
Oh
your
boy,
car.
yeah. No spoilers, but we learned a lot.
I'm really curious.
Yeah, it turned into a pleasant little surprise
Yeah.
of a game.
Drive Beyond Horizon. Right? That's the name of
And
it.
that's another one. We're talking about all these games are waiting to update. Once I see there's some solid updates to that, I would be like, guys, let's go again.
Yeah.
And they need to work on their character creator a little bit.
Yeah, that is kind of the
They don't
biggest
have one.
downside. There is no character creator. You're all just balding men.
Same dude.
Yeah, you can get different clothing.
Yep.
But it is kind of a challenge. Yeah, I like in games when I look over at Neebs and I can clearly tell, oh, that's Neebs.
We need to just like hire out, like get modders to do exactly what we want.
The other thing they got to work on is like when you sit in a seat, there's
Yeah.
no telling what your body's gonna do.
Nope.
Right.
Sometimes
Which
you look
adds,
like a
like,
person sitting. Sometimes your whole body's
Oh yeah,
under
the
the
game's
car.
got a lot of
Under the-
jank. It's one of those games.
Super
It's a
janky.
jank game,
Yeah.
but it's the core of it is still so well done. You don't mind it. Kind of like fast food sim.
Yeah.
That's a jank game. but at its core, it works so fucking well. You just say, all right, I'm gonna roll with it.
I feel like that gameplay is pretty
jank.
pretty solid.
I feel like the Drive Horizon is jankier.
yeah, we weren't glitching through shit. And,
Yeah, that's what I think of with a jank game, but I don't know.
yeah. But that was fun. Drive Horizons. I didn't expect that much
It's fun.
fun out of it. I look forward
Even
to
more
it.
games talk.
I know.
We haven't stopped.
we haven't
even
talking
stopped
about
with that.
games. Ragnarok's coming out.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
good. All right, let's move on.
So what's the deal with So it's the in the new engine, right? Unreal 5. Is that
Yeah,
Ascended-
the
Ascended version.
Ascended version of Ragnarok is coming out. Which, man, my God, Ark's been, at least here at the office, Ark's been kind of a hassle past couple weeks.
That big update really threw us for a loop.
Yeah, half the
Nothing
computers
worked.
just wouldn't take it. I had to go into my game's INI files and change settings because I would launch it and my computer would just immediately crash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had some issues over there.
But I think I got them resolved now.
Yeah, we came in today to record it, and we jumped into the server. I'm like, this is where we were 2 months ago.
Right. What's going on here?
And Anthony's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he was fighting that, wasn't he?
Yeah. I'm like,
As if
He
we
look.
didn't
were
want to
just
reset
lying.
it. I get it. Yeah, he's been fucking working on it so much, just getting it in order.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm on a beach with our giant crocodile and our, what you call it?
I was hoping they might have just put you there again.
No.
Like, hey, oh yeah, you're just in a random place.
We would never just leave our animals that far away from the base.
Uh,
But yeah, this was months ago. So Anthony was able to dig in there and find the right file and get the server back.
Yeah.
So that's the one that we all kind of think that we'd want to go in. We're going to ask the community, right? When we do go back into Ark.
Yeah, that
When
would
we
probably
leave,
be, if we were to
Ragnarok.
do a new map soon, like that would be the one, I think.
Yeah, I love the Ragnarok map.
And Griffins.
Yeah, I think if we do it, if we were to go back to another map that's been dropped from the Ascended pack, Ragnarok gets my vote.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so big and it has so much variety. It's got a castle.
And Griffins.
And Griffin, man, I can't wait to get a Griffin.
Griffin's great. We could always put them on another map, but yeah.
Yeah, and jellyfish. I love jellyfish.
No, fuck jellyfish. We
jellyfish.
should
They
delete them
suck.
from the server. They're cheap. I hate them.
God, they are horrible.
You guys don't know, like when we were doing the verses where you guys were the alpha base,
Yeah.
Yeah?
because we had to go underwater
Oh, God.
to stop you guys from finding us. We found an underwater cave,
Yeah.
and it was scary every time we had to go in and out of our base. Because
Yeah.
you're like, if there's jellyfish,
Yeah.
we're gonna be
We're done.
screwed.
Yeah.
But
I just got flashbacks.
but our beavers were fast enough to usually get us away from that.
That was
Oh,
fun,
that
man.
was fun.
We really screwed the pooch on that one, Simon.
Oh, yeah.
We were complacent.
Absolutely.
I don't know why y'all wouldn't have gotten.
A whole bunch of animals. Like a whole bunch of
While
wyverns.
you had wyverns, why wouldn't you go get more wyverns?
Yeah,
or-
we should have had more wyverns.
We were busy.
A ton of wyverns.
Neebs.
That
Mind your
number
Oh, you're
one.
busy. I didn't realize you were
Yeah,
busy.
we had
We were
stuff to
busy.
do.
Yeah. I had my teeth cleaned that week,
Yeah.
that 1 week, and then I think I went to
engagements.
Florida.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's
You guys,
happening?
y'all had a good run. Yeah, you wrecked us several times.
I made a wall
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
whole place. Remember that?
Great wall. Loved
Remember the
it.
wall? There's some random
No.
spikes here
Once-
and there.
like the
Once
China
we
one.
had bats, it was like
Alright.
That was it.
That was the turning
Oh,
tide.
fucking bats.
Yeah, those
What a
bats were
twist.
mean.
It was scary though when we were running around with bow and arrows and you guys show up in your
Oh yeah, it was
Wyverns,
several times.
and
yeah.
we're like hiding behind rocks, like, oh god.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're gonna see us. They're gonna find our base. It's like we had just saved up enough metal to make us
That's
a
right.
good spear.
You remember our conflict up in the northern waters on that one little boat you guys had?
Oh God, yeah. We
Oh,
guys
yeah, but-
chasing the boat.
Oh, we got
Spawning
stuck
on the
against
inside?
It was just I don't remember what was up there. I remember just smacking at something forever to break through something.
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
got
boat.
trapped in my boat
I did.
because it was on the edge of the world and
Yeah.
you couldn't get to the exit.
Yeah.
And I kept spawning in, and you're like, move the boat or open the door, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Nope, you
And
live
then
here
you kill
now.
me again.
That was,
was like,
oh, the good old days.
So you had to chop that door until you finally got it open, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that was fun.
Good times.
Yeah, it really
A
was.
good versus is fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe we should try something like that with Ragnarok. I don't know what what we could do.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little arked out. I think we kind of are feeling a little arc fatigue.
Yeah, I am with the island.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, and we've had this conversation kind of ad nauseum, but Ark, I really enjoy early Ark more than the late game Ark.
Yeah.
Early Ark, when you're first set up on a beach, and you're just struggling to survive, that's when it's the most fun.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I love building. Like, I'll build all day. I think building's in Ark Ascended specifically, the building's a lot better. So I enjoy that aspect of it. Well, but it's like, how many fucking builds can you do in one island when you're not really trying to conquer anything? And I feel like we've conquered the island, even though we haven't. It's like, Neebs, I know you want to go for a boss fight.
I do want to go for a boss fight.
And I'll join you. But
Yep.
the boss fights in that game are never fun.
We only need 3 artifacts
Good.
to do that boss fight. But also, I think if you were to feel like I think it'd be fun because we're saying you're kind of grown to a point where you don't feel threatened. It's just getting different animals and leveling them up and taking those out, seeing how.
Yeah, no, you
can
can
push
do
them.
that, but like, what's the point?
I feel you. I feel you.
Like, once you have the animals you really like.
Yeah. But imagine you get like a Thylio and you like really max it out and you can go through the world now, jumping from tree to tree.
Yeah, no, I get
it. It's a different feeling.
Yeah, I get it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But, shit, I played day and I was after an animal. Couldn't find the damn thing.
Yeah.
So, what do you do?
Yeah.
You go look for something else.
Yeah, do something else. That's the thing, every now and then, like, oh, there's a cool looking thing. Let me see if I can tame that. And you start looking at what you need to do to tame it.
Yep.
And it just turns into homework.
Most things aren't hard, but
A lot of cool things are very hard.
Yeah, a lot of
They're a
things that
little
are really
ridiculous.
cool. Or
Simon never did that egg dance or whatever it is he had to do.
you were
No,
close.
I could.
You got close at one time.
I mean, I could just wait another, I don't know, 366 hours for these piranhas and other animals to be able to remate. No, I got one. We'll get 2 pretty easily. I'll try it one more time just to do it. Just to put all 3 out at once. That's what somebody said I should have done.
Put all 3 eggs out at once.
Yeah. Goes from 1 egg to 1 egg to 1 egg.
so it
okay.
gives you just more
Potentially. So,
Yeah.
we'll see. Then maybe I could do it. But if it doesn't work then that's done.
Getting trolled again.
And you've watched videos on it, I assume.
Probably. Yes, no, I've seen somebody do it by crouching and doing their thing.
Okay.
But I guess maybe what I did see them, it jumped ahead or something like that. I don't know. They did it a lot quicker. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
time. Yeah.
I think I was doing it right.
See, shit. We also played what? Jump Ship?
Yeah, I talked about that a little bit earlier. But yeah, we've got one of those. And then I'd like to do another one. If you guys are up for it.
I really enjoy it. And I think it's just the demo that's out right now. That we played.
That's right.
Even from just the demo, it's like the core of that is fun.
Do you know how far the demo goes?
No clue.
I don't.
Anywhere?
Oh, so there's more in the demo. You should
Yeah.
play that tonight because I can't be here. Play something else.
Well, you want to play that, don't you?
I do. I want to
Yeah,
try
we
it.
wait
wanna
for
have
you.
in it.
Well, yeah,
I
you
know,
did-
so
you tried
don't
to play
play
it with us.
tonight.
You had a coffee.
Oh, I thought you
I
said
know.
too.
It was awful. It was never had that before.
Yeah.
Just a tickle that just reoccurred like almost exactly the same amount of time. It was like 30 seconds no matter what. It would be like, yep, you're going to have to cough now. And no matter what you do, drink, suck
You gotta
on
drink
anything.
the burnt biome smoothie.
Yep,
all
see?
you need.
Yeah, you need a
I
badge.
could have done it.
Got to get a badge.
It was wackadoo. I was like, gotta go. See you later. Bye.
Yeah,
That's
Jump
fun.
Ship seems to have, it's a good foundation they
Yeah.
got going on there. If that's the demo.
Yeah, the ship is cool. Like, it reminds me a lot of Pulsar, which we played a few episodes of.
Yeah, in
where
a
you
way.
gotta,
Yeah.
You have to run around your ship and like keep the engines running, shields up.
That ship was a little less confusing in Pulsar.
You think? You
yeah,
think
'cause
Pulsar
I-
was
I-
less confusing?
I knew how to navigate the ship
Yeah.
like the first time I was in it. This one, by the end of it, I was like,
I think
still
if
don't
you
know
just
where
took
the
a
fuck I am.
minute, because you just kind of jumped in and we recorded.
know,
But if
I
you take a
know.
minute and walk around, you'll get
Just-
even the outside of it, because you can walk all the way around the outside of your
Yep.
ship.
Yep.
Once you get the layout, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, very different because you could walk on the outside of the whole ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I would imagine, like anything, the more you play,
Yeah, of course.
you're going to get really familiar with the whole thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I know where storage is. I know where power is. I know where this is. I know where the brig is. She's really
Oh,
good at navigating that
take time.
environment.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it reminds me of Pulsar with better graphics and the missions are, I don't know.
Yeah,
It looks better. The gunplay's better.
It certainly looks better. It doesn't have like the open world or open galaxy format that Pulsar did.
Yet, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, its structure is still fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It kind of reminded me that the map design anyway. Kind of reminded me more of Helldivers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you go to the map, it's like, oh, we're on the edge of this galaxy.
Yeah.
And like, oh, we got to do stuff out here. And I wonder if that's what they're planning. They may have taken inspiration from Helldivers.
The
and
two
gone
missions.
Like, oh yeah, hey, it's like, all right, this is a great concept for a live service game or what they're doing.
Yeah. But being able to fight, like when you're in a ship fight, your teammates jumping out and using jetpacks to fly around, grapple to
fun.
the enemy ship and take it down. And,
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you could then take over their ship too.
Well, we didn't see that, but you could destroy the ship while grappling onto to its back and shooting out its whatever.
wow.
Yeah, I want
And
to play
then-
more.
And then grapple back to your ship.
Yeah, I was always the pilot. I think if we play later on, I don't want to be the pilot because I want to get out and see if I can grapple onto ships. And
All right.
Okay, what can I accomplish?
Maybe I should be the
there.
pilot.
I'll let you be the pilot.
I'll be the pilot.
Yeah. Some other time again. Remember, not tonight.
Okay. Yeah, whenever that happens. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Thursday.
I think, yeah, because we also talked about doing some more Schedule 1, which we're probably going to ramp up that soon, too.
We've gotten through a lot of it, haven't we?
We have, yeah. It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's wonderful, but it's kind of like Minecraft or Ark or anything. Really, you would just eventually, there's no way to really beat it,
Yeah.
quote unquote. It's like you just kind of play until you're bored.
While they add things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which will be probably Cartel, or at least the vote went.
Yeah,
that
the
way,
vote went
right?
to Cartel. Yeah, did you see that, Neebs?
I heard that. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not
not
either.
at
I think,
all.
having an enemy faction in
Yeah.
the game would be great. I mean, you think of something like the barn. What if the barn isn't even available to purchase until the cartel's been cleared out? So you have to buy the gun and have ammo, and it's like, man, tonight I'm going and I'm clearing out that fucking barn.
That'd be a cool
Yeah.
way to do
It's
it.
like, all right, you go into the barn, you got to kill all the cartel members, and like all of a sudden, like, okay, now this place is available.
Yeah.
Like this is new real estate.
Yeah, that'd
Man,
be cool.
it'd be also cool if like you come home and you've got some of your employees, like maybe one of them's been capped.
right.
Like
Or
now we got some
kidnapped.
fucking
Right.
drama.
Or you're
huh?
working in like the places on, somebody's lit it on fire because they're trying to put you out of
Yeah.
business.
Kidnap would be fun because then you got to do a rescue mission.
Yeah, yeah.
And Soulmass did that.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Some of your NPCs that are working you
yeah, get
go away, come back.
That would be
so-and-so's been
cool.
taken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause you got people working for you. You develop relationships with these people, and they're making it so that you can't get shit done.
Yeah, or maybe they take your dealers as well. They're
You
all
could take
tied
your
up in a
dealers.
chair.
It'd be interesting if they took your deals, like you set up deals at night, and then as you're going around doing deals, you see like, oh, Peggy, someone delivered it. You're like, motherfucker, the rival cartel got to her first.
Right? Yeah.
And
and
they're
we can-
selling her drugs.
Or
and
you
we
just
could
talk
do
to
the same
Peggy and she's
thing.
like, "That's okay. I already got my drugs from so and so."
Yeah. I'm curious
Someone's on our
how.
turf.
I'm curious how he's planning to implement it.
yeah.
Yes, because I would think that we would also be able to go into their turf and be able to sell our drugs there and make more money.
And
Just
that
like
would
it's
trigger
higher
them
risk.
to come
Yeah.
attack our.
It would,
our
yes,
house.
just like them too. Yeah, I would think it would be options would be there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or and maybe they're walking around the open world too. Like when you first get in town, they're on one side of town, and you have to like start a fight with them. And when you clear out enough of them, they're cleared out of that side of town. So now you own that side of town. I guess one way to do it, I'm thinking to like, I'm getting old school here, but Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, you kind of had your hood, and you look at the map, and your hood's represented in green, but there's also purple hood and orange hood, and that's represented by rival gangs. And you could start gang wars by going into those places and like shooting gang members, and that would start a fight. And like the gang members would come in and try to take you out. And as long as you killed enough of those gang members, you took that hood. And so now that's your hood.
Yeah.
And they were, the further you went out, the more and more challenging they were to take. So you could do something like that.
It's kind of sunken landish too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Go plant your flag.
Yeah. Oh, Shunkin Land.
We haven't talked about food all day.
I know.
Not yet.
God,
Look
look
at
at
us.
us.
We
This is,
haven't.
again,
Should we stop?
I think
Is
this
there-
is,
are we
this is a
almost
record.
wrapped?
This
We
is
got
a
to get through
record.
this without talking about food.
I don't know if we can, but we might.
No,
We're doing so
don't-
good.
Don't bring it up.
I'm not bringing
Yeah.
anything up. Not
Okay.
doing it.
There's a lot of gaming going on right now.
Game.
I love it.
What other game?
We want to talk about games. We just can't talk about food. Or is it talk about games the whole
food.
time?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the challenge?
Games. No. It's just something I brought up. It's like something that we don't usually do at our podcast.
I could bring up the fun thing I told you guys the other night when Neebs and his lady were over. Remember that? The morning surprise
being there.
last Friday?
The what?
Morning surprise.
Little knock at the door, the apartment door.
Your place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun little
surprise.
thing. It was just not the way you expect to wake up. And I knew I heard the door knock, and the lady went and answered it, and she was like, Nate? She didn't say Duralius because it was a given name thing.
Yeah.
And I go to the door, and there's an FBI agent, two FBI agents. They were like, oh, don't worry, he's not in trouble. But getting summons to be a witness in a federal case.
You are.
Yeah.
What the hell were you doing?
I saw the name on the paper. I was like, I do not know who this person is. And then when they left, we pulled up pictures. Like, I still don't know who these people are. This is I changed my phone number middle of last year. You know what I mean? So it is definitely tied to that because I've received some interesting calls over the last year. It was around July last year when I switched it, and that seemed.
So it's crazy because
I thought you really were getting a subpoena for something.
whoever had your phone before you
Yeah.
is involved in some federal case.
Yeah.
And just because you got their phone number,
Yep.
they want you to testify
Yep.
at this case.
Well, dude, that's fun.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah,
Well,
go in
no,
and
I'm
testify.
not going to. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got.
What do you know, sir? Nothing.
I don't know.
I got a
these
new
people.
phone number, and I
Yeah,
think
right.
it's his old phone.
Happy to be here, though. It's first time.
Yeah. You guys are great. You guys are real
There's
organized.
a great restaurant right around the block.
Guys, check out Neebs Gaming on YouTube.
That's so bizarre.
Isn't it, though?
It's super bizarre.
That the system is that, I don't know.
Thorough?
Thorough is the word.
Yeah.
The word.
But yeah, waking up to FBI at my door, I did not expect.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
And they were great, and they were admiring the cats and stuff. And
Yeah. But you've always wanted FBI to
They're
come to your
planting
house.
bugs in your
I
house.
guess, yeah, checked it off.
And now you've done it.
Yeah. I know. It kind of just like when I found out how much the sheriff department is in charge of checking in on these animals that bite a vet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
absurd.
Get
The amount of their
other
week
people.
is checking on cats and dogs
Is your
and
cat
ferrets.
still under house arrest? Or
Yeah.
are they a free cat now?
That cat's rap album's coming out.
It's like there's a police chief somewhere or the head guy, whatever's getting like the income of like, I don't know, 20 employees and just being like, yeah, just send these fucking sheriffs to go off and do it. Because it's part of their budget.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
job.
But
where
there's a
you
lot
go-
of undone work as far as,
So-
the sheriffs have to do. And now they got to go check on this cat.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then now say they're dealing with I don't know what this case, well, I kind of know what this case is involved, but let's just say I'm not saying it's murder, but let's say there's a big federal case, you know what I mean? Or of some sort, or drugs, or whatever the case. And the people that are in charge of gathering the witnesses going by phone number alone.
Right. That seems dumb.
Does. You don't want to look into who's actually got that number now and
Yeah.
maybe make that connection?
Yeah, and who are
Just
they?
to solidify,
do
sending
they
the FBI.
know the guy?
Well, you send the FBI. I thought they were really coming to get you because of the fact that I've been so confused with this whole thing.
No, they were told.
They were told that you were another person.
Well, no, they
Because of
came
your
from
phone
my
number.
name.
It came from your name. Oh, but a
I
different
mean,
phone
obviously
number.
they knew my name and where I lived.
Right.
Like if the phone had just been transferred to somebody,
Yeah.
someone they knew, like that's a good lead. But
Yep. A little bit of research and be like, yeah, this guy's not tied to this.
Yeah.
In
So
any way.
I'm sure you told them.
I mean, what was going through my mind is
Oh, it
even
might
though,
be somebody.
even though I knew I didn't know that person,
Oh,
that
so,
name,
so you got to call the FBI tomorrow.
never heard it. I'm just saying, like, they're always hearing, I don't know them.
Right.
They hear that all the time by default for
Makes
a lot
it-
of people,
yes,
you
yeah,
know?
true.
So it's like no matter what I say, it's like
yeah,
they're just
not taking your word for it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we've never heard that.
So
Oh, you
when
don't
you're
know?
in court, though, you should probably have a few
Not
things.
going to court.
He's not going to court. It's not
You
a
should.
thing.
It's
There
fun.
goes some subscribers.
See, you misunderstood too.
saying
This whole thing was confusing.
I got a summons to be a witness, but I have no business being there, and I'm dealing with that now.
You should try
That's
to do
what
it,
you're
though.
dealing with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once that lady calls me back, the number I was supposed to, like I called her a couple days ago, like once she finally calls me back, I tell her that I have a feeling it's going to be like, oh yeah, sorry about that.
Well, listen, if you go, wear a Neebs Gaming shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. I'll rep.
There you go.
Maybe a Pummel Pete level 4 one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Schedule 1.
Yeah, that'd be
Man,
nice.
but you're a 5.
Schedule 1, perfect.
Yeah, schedule 1 shirt be nice.
I am a 5, thanks, son.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, listen.
Yeah.
You there?
Did the whole, with the exception of
no,
the.
not there. Not yet.
Ah.
Man, jury duty sucks.
Oh, I recently
Wait, you got
pretended
summoned?
like I didn't see something. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I saw something really, really late. It was past the date, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't open that."
Oh, you got a
Yeah.
jury duty letter
I
and never
did.
opened it?
No, didn't open it.
Well, that's how you missed out on Tosh, too.
I know, and I'm
check your mail.
kind of glad that I missed out on Tosh. No, who the hell wants to deal with that nonsense?
Oh, jury duty?
Yeah, I'm
That's awful.
sorry.
So
It
tell
is.
me, how do you keep up with your mail now?
I don't really.
You just don't do it.
I try not to.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been getting by okay so far.
Wonder
Only
how
missed
many
like
checks
jury
you've
duty
got.
Usually, if
once.
you ignore things, they go away eventually.
Exactly. No, I don't ignore it. There was one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, I put this over here. I separate the mail. I get throwaway 3/4 of it because it's bullshit.
Ignore
Yeah.
things.
And then
Like
I'll
that-
separate some stuff.
Like that pesky Tosh.
Yeah.
yeah, it was an email.
Throw that away.
I
Please.
know, but
Yeah.
ignored
But
that
anyway,
too.
yeah. No, it's just one more thing for you to nitpick at. But I don't give a
because
fuck.
I care about you.
I'm getting
And
by.
what you're doing sounds crazy.
I'm getting by just fine without you. You
Okay.
offered the other day, you're just like, I'm going to have to
Are
bring
you,
you
though?
soup. I could leave here tomorrow fucking broke.
I did offer to make him
And
soup
do
when he gets older.
and survive my life just fine without you. But
well, you don't know because I've been in your life a long time.
no, well,
And you're doing great.
that's
so
that's true. That really is. But no, I don't want or need your soup. Nor do I
Yet.
ever.
What,
Yeah.
No, I don't. I really don't. I
what
can get
soups
soup
do you
from
bring to
other
the
people.
table?
I don't have a soup yet. I just
Oh
know,
shit! There's food.
Cut it.
Damn
Well,
it!
we didn't actually specify any kind of food. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
didn't have a
true.
specification.
That's very
like
true.
I didn't name a recipe.
No, because you didn't have one.
But you were about to say what kind of soup.
I was really curious what
leading
kind of
into
soups.
it,
You
and
know,
then
down the road,
maybe
I might take him up on this offer.
I might have stopped it. Can you imagine him making good
No.
soup?
I would watch a
never.
YouTube
No.
video
Ever.
and I would probably do okay with it.
I don't know.
You know what? You if you followed someone else's
My-
directions to a T.
My
Yeah.
dad went through a soup phase when I was still in high school.
Yeah.
just
Yeah, he
made
started
soup all the
making
time?
soups, and they weren't good.
Bad soups.
But he
he
just,
like
like
it?
it was like a little hobby of his for like a half a year or
Okay.
something.
He's just like, all right, I'm getting into
He
soups.
wanted to make some soups.
But you said your mom was a horrible cook.
My
right?
mom was a horrible cook.
So
yeah.
like
It's
he was
"Oh,
like,
she
"Fuck
can't
this! I'm
cook.
making soups."
I'm making
Why, I'm
soups.
going to start making soups.
I think he just wanted more
Flavor?
food around the house to just like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, something
have
that's,
a-
I mean, soup's great because, yeah, you can store it, but it's
Yeah.
easy to just heat up and
yeah,
go.
you have a
We've
big old
officially talked
pot
about
for a
soup
week.
too long for this
Okay.
to be. We did not make it through this podcast
I had a
without
relevant
talking
story.
about food.
Well, I had a relevant story.
Just let it out now. We've already blown it.
Yeah. We've gone from video games to soup. That's his tradition around
You
here.
can't just do one podcast.
Well, if we're gonna talk about soup, let's
brought
talk
up
about your
soup.
favorite soups.
You brought it up.
I feel a part of the. Yeah, I'm part of the reason.
Yeah, why are you
Yeah.
pointing fingers now?
No, but
No,
you
I'm pointing
did
at all of us.
expand on it.
I
I'm
love
included.
soup.
Matzo ball soup is great.
I love soup too.
So good.
It's really, really good. But we can end it with something else.
I don't know why you would.
I would rather end with soup.
Fine.
Yeah, soup's delicious.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Have some summer
Yeah.
soup.
Yeah, go
Summer
enjoy a
soup.
nice summer soup. Unless
Oh.
you're in Australia, then it's time for soup.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
Outside of food, I get to live.